Tell everybody who Che is, what your passions are, what you love. You're involved in so many amazing things, and you have incredible gifts in this life.
Um,
Share them with us. I know where to start, right? Where to start.
oh, well. Um, well, I have had a pretty eclectic life, but I think that's what led me to do what I'm doing now. I was in the military for a second. That was crazy, and I love to be in nature all the time. That's a big thing for me, and I love right now a huge thing for me is permaculture, which doesn't really have a whole lot to do with what we're going to talk about today, except for the fact that it is about using resources that you already have and creating things out of nothing. And I believe, to me, it has a lot to do with what I'm doing because that's what you do. You use your own resources, you use what you have. And
Yes.
permaculture is about nature and sustainable systems and everything. And for me, it's about being close to nature, and being close to nature is a big deal for me.
And organic eating and a holistic way of living your life, and that comes through the food.
Yes, food.
Food, very,
Food
very
is a big
important.
part of all of it. It has to be. I had to work that into my system just so I could eat more.
Yeah, and we always have fun eating together, don't we? It's one of the highlights.
It's the best. It's the
Together.
greatest.
I know, it really is. So please keep going. Tell us more.
Okay, I'll tell you how this all started to happen, and I can go with what you said about food. Is that food is, to me, the easiest way to get in touch with your senses immediately, and also how to get in touch with beautiful things easily. And if you want to create beauty on the inside, you start with what you're putting in your body, and that's where the permaculture part came in case it didn't make any sense. But so yeah, I think that part of a whole beauty system is bringing it to every single thing that you do, bringing it to the way that you look, sure, but the way that you act to other people, and the way that you eat, and how you eat, and what you eat. So as you know, I love food, delicious food, and the fresh out of the dirt, the better. The closer it is to nature, I'm more excited, because the meatier it is.
What criteria do you use for what to put in your body when? How do you decide in that moment what is going to be right for you to eat?
That's funny. I don't really have criteria other than, other than it's good for you. It's made of beautiful things, and to me that means whole things, natural things.
Yeah.
But other than like when to eat and what to eat, for me it's really, if you desire it, then you should put it in your mouth.
Yes, from deep within, right? Desire it from deep within.
Absolutely.
Sometimes whether it's good for you or not, right?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this before. If it's better to eat, some things that aren't good for you every once in a while than it is to torture yourself and deprive yourself of things. Never want to deprive yourself of anything.
Nothing at all.
I learned a lot of that from you, actually.
Oh, you did. Yes, I have that way with you. So, Che, is there anything else you want to say about the food, or should we just delve right into the way of the courtesan? Because I know we want to hear about that.
All right. Yeah, let's jump in. So, the way of the courtesan started because I've always been fascinated with the culture my whole life. I don't know, I was born that way. It started with women in powerful positions who were doing service for people. So it was geisha for a long time, and it's a little bit different, but then courtesans have been around for all of history for thousands of years, so it's just been a rich, wonderful subject to learn about. And the ancients believed that beauty brought you closer to the divine. Like the ancient Egyptians had the same word for beauty as they had for goodness. So to them, being good or being, whatever was the same as being beautiful. And I mean, that's a powerful statement to me. So I felt that if you want to attract all things that are divine, which is a part of my path, like wanting to be closer to the divine, if you want to attract that, as you know, you have to radiate divinity.